Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. Today I have decided to share with you a series of reading activities that we will be doing online throughout summer season, inshallah. Now, the reason why I have decided to do this is that there are several mothers and several children who want to improve the English of their children, and the student themselves want to improve, but they don't know what to read and from where to read. And sometimes they don't even purchase books because nowadays we are more dependent upon online resources. So, for the guidance of all my students, starting from grade 7 till O levels, all the students who want to improve their language abilities through reading, they should watch these videos of reading inserts from English 1123 GCSE, as well as I will be taking passages from IGCSE. But initially I will be using GCSE passages because they are comparatively easy. Now, the demand of Cambridge examiners is that they want their students to use the techniques which they have used in their comprehension inserts. I will not be solving comprehension passages in front of you. We will be just reading for the sake of pleasure and for the sake of learning the techniques which these examiners have used in their inserts. So we will be reading each and every word of these inserts on daily basis. We will be doing one passage, one insert, and the passage that I have started in today's video is pandas. And this has been taken from, you see, this insert has been taken from May, June 2013. So we will be moving on till 2025. We will be reading these passages. This is 1123, this is 2013, and insert May, June, and the variant is 2. So, my dear students, let's start reading these inserts and note down the techniques which the Cambridge examiners have used in these inserts, and similar techniques he expects from its learners to use when they are writing. So, the purpose is to enhance your writing skills through reading. So, let's get started. Pandas have always aroused interest and love. The first technique that you have to keep in mind is the combination of nouns and adjectives, verbs and adverbs. You will notice that in these texts, the examiners will hardly choose a solitary noun or a solitary verb. Solitary means alone, isolated. Rather, he will be using combinations of nouns and adjectives, verbs and adverbs. This is one of the major technique being used in all these passages. And this technique, if you learners start using, you will become expert writers. This is a basic technique. Just to see how the examiner over here has used interest and love, the two feelings which have been aroused by pandas. In ancient China, also notice the punctuation mark. In ancient China, comma, they were thought of as rare and noble creatures. You will keep noticing throughout these reading exercises which I will have with you the combinations. The one point which I have told you will be consistently used in all these lessons, and I will keep revising this in my lectures so that you people become expert of using this. So the two adjectives are rare and noble. And please, if you will make notes in your diaries, if you will become real learners, you will start noting down these combinations. And by the end of the day, you will just have a glance at that page which we studied under the heading of pandas, and your preparation will become excellent. In 30 days, if we do 30 passages, you can imagine how much expert you will become of language. So, the mother of one Chinese emperor was buried with a panda skull in her tomb, and the grandson of another emperor is rumored to have given Japan two pandas as a token of goodwill. So, the two words that we have learned in this sentence, number one, rumored to have given. So, rumor is already a noun. We are familiar. Here, rumor has been used as a verb. So you can note down the spellings. The Cambridge has used British spellings. So it is Rumourt. This is the point to note over here. And the second expression is as a token of goodwill, meaning as a symbol of positive feelings. They shared two pandas in the 1970s, comma. Don't forget them. Don't miss the commas after dependent clause. Loans of pandas to American and Japanese zoos marked the first signs of friendship. The important expression that you will note down in your diaries will be the first signs of friendship, the first symptom, the first symbol of friendship between these two countries. I have told you that the preposition between is used for two countries, two things. And the People's Republic of China, comma, giving rise to the term panda diplomacy. However, contrasting connector, innumerable connectors you will use in their writing. Similarly, you have to use accurate punctuation. You have to use combinations of nouns and adjectives. You have to use the right connector at the right place. Nowadays, the panda is also known to be an endangered species. So you see, an has been used with the vowel e, endangered, and although it was the quality of species. So endangered is an adjective and species is a noun. Pandas have become the target of poachers. Poachers means the next word that you will note down in your diaries will be poachers. Poachers means hunters, the people who take over the belonging of something illegally. So they have been the target of poachers. Hunters have been targeting these creatures since ancient times for many reasons, comma, including their warm fur. So you see in the same sentence, the reason has been mentioned by the usage of comma and the reason has also been mentioned. Sometimes their habitat is destroyed by those who want to clear land for agriculture. This deforestation, as it is called, is sometimes legal, sometimes not. Commas, I hope you can see. But the effect is the same for the panda. Now, the word is effect, not affect, because effect is a noun and affect is a verb. A popular explosion in China in the mid 20th century increased the need for land, often panda habitat for housing. So you see how dependent clauses are joined and how independent clause makes it a sentence. Around the same time, comma, there was a famine in China, meaning shortage, extreme shortage of food, which led to increased hunting of wildlife. Increased means excessive, too much hunting. So instead of very, you will use the right word. For example, here they have used increased, including pandas, comma, for food. Don't miss the commas just as they have used. When people are living under such conditions, it is hardly surprising that conservation issues are not high on their agenda. So what do they say? When people are living under such conditions, it is hardly surprising. Why I have underlined hardly surprising? Because surprising is an adjective, but it has been strengthened by the adverb hardly. That conservation issues are not high on their agenda. Conservation issues means the saving of creatures are not high on their agenda. China's rapid economic expansion. Rapid is an adjective, economic is noun, and expansion is again noun. In relatively recent times. So you see the adverb relatively, which means quite, Quite, recent times. Adjective, recent, and times, noun. So can you see the combinations about which I mentioned at the beginning? Relatively means adverb, recent adjective, times noun. Means that some of the pandas' habitat has also been removed to make way for industrial development. Even when their habitat is not completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. So you see adjective or verb, you can say here it is a verb. Completely is the adverb. It is increasingly fragmented. So you see, can you identify? It is just the first passage, my dear students. As you will move along with me, you will be making a beautiful dictionary of your own under the guidance of Cambridge Inserts. The combinations, all which I have highlighted, you must note them down. Increasingly fragmented. It means combination of adverb, adjective, or adverb, verb, railway and other infrastructure that is part of this economic expansion. So increasingly fragmented by roads, completely destroyed, combination, economic expansion, combinations. Next, although pandas have been known to eat fish. So you see contrasting connector although has been used. Can you see the rules of paragraphing also very clearly followed by these examiners? Similarly, you have to write in your compositions. You should leave a clear cut line at the end of a paragraph. You should start your paragraph with a smart word. It can be a connector, it can be a new word. If there will be pandas at the start of every word, it will become boring. That is why the examiner has changed. Pandas has been at a hidden position in this sentence by the inclusion of the word although. Although pandas have been known to eat fish, bananas, and eggs, their staple diet is bamboo. Staple diet means the regular diet, mostly which they take, around a kilo each day. And there are problems of finding this large amount. So, this much amount of staple food cannot be found. So, then what happens? As their habitat is encroached upon. Now, what does the word encroach mean? Encroached upon means intruded or interfered. Just as there are lawn encroachments outside the houses of different people. The place which is public property, we make it private property by planting trees and plants over there. So this is called encroachment. Pandas are forced to move higher and higher into the mountains. So you see the preposition into the mountains where there are fewer types of bamboo available to them. So while reading, you should note down punctuation as well as preposition, combinations, starters, connectors, rules of paragraphing. All the language rules are visible in these inserts. Pandas are further endangered by the fact. So you see further endangered. So the word further enhances the endangerment process by the fact that, comma, when a cub is born in the wild, comma, dependent clause, it lives with its mother for up to 3 years. This is independent clause because it has a subject, it, and it has a verb, lives for 3 years, and so each female produces only a few cubs in her lifetime. So you see there is no subject verb disagreement. All the things are in symmetrical order. There is no mistake in these passages. Furthermore, you see in the middle of arguments you can add the linking device. LD means linking device. They are not keen to breed in captivity despite many efforts by zoologists to encourage them to do so. Semicolon, for example, comma. So you see, after one independent clause, there is a semicolon, then there is a connector, for example, and after connector, we always place a comma. This is the structure of sentence you should keep in mind and revise. It will be revised several times. In this passage, also the examiners have used semicolon 2 to 3 times, and this is what they expect from you also, that you should know how to join independent clauses with the help of semicolon. Bobo has lived in Berlin Zoo for 25 years without reproducing. Although, again a connector, nature reserves do exist to protect pandas, the staff are often inexperienced and lack knowledge. So you see, inexperienced having the synonym of lacking knowledge. Two words at one time. The meanings are the same, but why does the examiner does this? In order to clarify the meaning of what he wants to say about how to manage such reserves. Conservation attempts are sometimes hindered. Hindered means they are obstructed or they have an obstacle or there is some difficulty by economics, semicolon, The cost of keeping a panda is up to 5 times more than that of keeping the next most expensive endangered animal, and that is, the elephant. So you see, two ideas, two independent clauses have been joined in this sentence. They have been joined with a semicolon, and they have been written in the form of one sentence. When you break the sentence again and again, you write and rewrite, start again and again, and there is less connectivity, the examiner does not like that. Even from grade 8, you should start using these techniques. Nevertheless, this is a contrasting connector at the start of a paragraph, which indicates that now the examiner is going to give us the other side of the picture. And this is what you are supposed to do even in your summary task. This passage was the question given for summary task. We might be encouraged by what is being done to protect this universally loved animal. Universally adverb, loved adjective, and animal is a noun. Once you start following this technique of making combinations of two things or three things, your descriptive essay will reach at the peak, and your narrative expression will also profusely it will improve. Conservation reserves have been opened to prevent their numbers declining. 2 decades ago, there were 13 of these reserves, and by 2006, the number had risen to 40. You see, the examiner does not repeat without any reason. At the same time, connector, you should underline all these starters and connectors. Make a list. Laws have been passed to limit ownership of guns to prevent poaching and to remove people living on territory which has been reserved for these adorable creatures. First, they said universally loved animal. Now, this phrase has been totally rephrased with the help of synonym, and the synonym is adorable creatures. First, it was universally loved animal. Conservation organizations, for example, the World Wildlife Fund, have worked tirelessly to protect the panda. Now, you see, worked is a verb and tirelessly is adverb, which tells us how much did they work. So they worked non-stop till they were tired. The WWF has campaigned for an increase, has campaigned. You see, campaigned is a verb over here. Campaign is a noun and campaigned is a verb, for an increase in the area of panda habitat under legal protection. Sometimes pandas become isolated by the encroachment of towns on their territory. Isolated means they become alone. Encroachment, I have just told you, by the possession, illegal possession or illegal entry into something. And the WWF has campaigned for the creation of green corridors. Underline the word corridors. Why? Because people misspell corridor by having double O in it, whereas actually it has single O, to link isolated pandas. So you see, isolated was used here and it has been repeated. In various parts of China, patrols have been established against poaching and illegal deforestation. Now you see, poaching and illegal, they are synonymous, manned by experienced and trained personnel. So you see, man is a noun. We know man is a noun, but here it has been used as a verb. Manned means starved, meaning they were starved by experienced and trained personnel. It again, you see, these are synonyms, experienced and trained. So they were controlled by experienced and trained personnel. Some zoos borrow pandas to raise public awareness of the panda's plight. Pandas plight. Plight means miserable condition, by educating visitors who flock to see them. So you see, flock is a beautiful word. In exams, that examiner would ask questions from you, can ask questions from you, that why does the writer use the word flock? And why not say go to see them? Now, the difference between go to see them and flock to see them is the level of excitement and curiosity and how many in number they went. So it has the effect of enthusiasm, the desire to watch them, and they went in huge numbers. So that is why flock is a stronger word as compared to go and see them. An example of this is Edinburgh Zoo, which in January 2011 secured the loan of two pandas. Some of these zoos insist that they will pay the loan free only if China spends at least half of it on work on panda conservation. The WWF has used the panda as its logo since the organization's foundation. Apostrophe usage organization's foundation in 1961, comma, thus further raising the profile of the panda and the need to conserve it, save it. Now you see, I will be just giving you a recap of what we learned in this lesson. Number one, we are going to read several such lessons. Number two, the purpose of reading these is to enhance our own writing expressions. The way they have written, we will try to write in the same manner. Number three, we have learned the combinations of nouns and adjectives, nouns, verbs and adverbs. Adverbs as adjectives. Three kinds of combinations we have found these. Number four, the new words which we have learned, we will write them down in our diary. Next point, we have learned about the usage of smart connectors as a signpost at the start of different paragraphs. Next, we have revised the rules of paragraphing, and our vocabulary has also improved, and we have understood the meaning of almost 99% of the words. I hope you will find it useful and you will watch these videos on daily basis during your summer break in order to become experts of language. Stay blessed. Remember me in prayers. Allah Hafiz.